And we're back. Well, that was a pretty good meeting. Yeah, Saturday night. Um, just got back, and you know, it was good to have support from some people that have been doing this longer than I have. I enjoyed that immensely. It's like I shouldn't be left alone. Well, what feels like to me, left alone. Um, and it's like people just naturally assume that I know something or know better or know more or have answers for them. And it's like, no, I've just been, um, so I don't know. A lot of new people. We're constantly in, what's the word I use? It's a cycle. People come in through the legal system, and they do whatever time they recover. They think and then as soon as they don't have to be there, they tend to just kind of wander off. And they might show up, to token, um, show up to show that they're showing up, you know, after they don't have to make an appearance. But then they, you know, they don't have to show up. It's not like they're doing us any favors. And if that's the only reason they think they're showing up is, I don't know. But anyway, I enjoyed having, two others there that um, were there, since I've been here this entire time. Um, so that was cool. And, so yes. And I was also glad that that girl that I mentioned, that she was back, and she didn't look destroyed too much. So maybe it was something I just misunderstood or misperceived. But the guy, that I was concerned about him potentially, uh, he wasn't there. So I think she hopefully was able to fend him off, because he's not in a good place for, in my estimation. He is just, this is anonymous, so I could be talking about anybody, and I am. He just, what's it? Let's see. Is finishing a military career, just got released from the Army, is working on college courses, um, and let's see. Oh yeah, is just finishing a divorce. So he's getting out of the Army, getting a divorce, working on college. So he's working on this new life, which is great, great. But he shouldn't be involved, especially when he's only got like 6 or 7 months of sobriety. Um, Getting involved with anybody of her age, in her state, in her place. She needs to work on herself for a while, like a few years, or somebody her own age, or something. But she is just, she's not in a good spot, and so she doesn't need some guy that, who knows. I don't know. I'm not in charge. It just didn't. It seemed like, he would be in it for one thing, and just because he wants to have fun with his new life, and she might get attached, and it's like, no. Uh, so, but I don't know. So I was glad that she was there and she was okay, and because if he was there, you know, I might, and if I saw him starting to, it's like, this is a recovery meeting. This is not a dating meet and whatever. So might have had to have a little chat. It's like, you are free to talk and stuff outside. That I can just warn you against it. That's probably not a good idea. I don't know why. Why is this stuttering? Okay. Well, apologize if it's stuttering, which it looks like it is stuttering. So, I might need to delete some stuff from the hard drive again or something. Maybe that's, I don't know. I thought I deleted some. Anyway, there should be plenty of room. Maybe there's something else going on. I don't know. It seemed like the tablet was doing better. But anyway, what was the other thing? Well, I don't want to talk about that because I've already talked about it enough. I guess I will anyway because I can't think of the other thing I wanted to think of. Yeah, my old friend, it's still there. Still wants me to be the person that I used to be for him. His friend that he talked to, or that spent time with him and just talked to him because I did the talking and he just listened. I don't even understand how that works. And it's like he'll make new friends and they'll eventually get better and wander off. But it's like, no, I did my time. I was your friend. And it's like, I'm okay where I am. I'm very much okay with where I am, and I'm not looking to renew or extend or reinitialize any friendship. I'm okay with things how they are. Yeah, I have no interest in reinitializing any friendship because he just took too much time, just a drain. And he just kept, and it was more. It was a question of more, always more, never satisfied, more. A question of more, a question of now, a question of mine. And it was just never enough. And he just wanted to check up on me and make sure I was doing okay. And it's like, under the pretense of, oh, well, to help you. Because obviously, you need help. And it's like, thank you, but no. So I'm doing okay, and it's like yeah, he was not the thing that was helping me stay sober. Yeah, I don't know what he was telling himself, but I don't know. And I know he thanks me because he's told me and told other people that I was like helped him stay. And it's like, well, no, everybody did. It wasn't a me thing. Don't place me at the center. It's like I don't want to be the center of anything. Ah. So anyway, so he just mentioned tonight about like he misses his friend that went to see this movie with him, and it was like two alcoholics going to see basically it was a kids movie, but it was a good movie. I liked it. And Ewan McGregor. Ewan McGregor was a kids movie from like 3 years ago, and not a typical movie that two adult males are gonna go see together. But I don't remember why we went to see it, but it was that was back when we were more obviously friends, but I was still just I didn't really have anybody else to talk to or any so it's like, and it was before being autistic, and not that that has anything to do with it, but I was just letting myself be told who I was, basically, because I didn't really have any sort of personal conviction or enough identity yet to be able to stand up and think for myself and know when I'm being treated badly or appreciate when I'm being treated the way I want to be treated. There's a great difference and a great divide. So it's like I tend to gravitate towards people that they treat me either intentionally or unintentionally. They treat me how I want to be treated. And then I'll naturally drift away from people that treat me intentionally or unintentionally how I don't want to be treated. And it's like, and it's not my job to teach people, because I don't want people to be, I appreciate it when people try on my behalf to treat me how I want to be treated, like with, being a little bit slower, a little bit gentler. I'd like to describe it as with kid gloves, because I just, Um, that's how it is. I might not exactly like it, and it might not sound, you know, whatever, but that's how it is. I just don't do the whole whatever it is that society thinks that men do. It's like, that's not me. That's so far. Um, I'm not your sports guy. I'm not your tough guy. Um, I'll fight, but I won't. I don't know. I've never thrown a punch in my life. Except in self-defense in martial arts, but never came down to anything in real life. Um, and anyway, even in martial arts, I prefer kicking. Oh my gosh, there's so many stories. But anyway, so after the meeting, I had a conversation with two of the people with more experience than me, more time, more practice. Just they have these are people that have something I want, which is, I would like more people to be around me more often that have something I want, as something I can aspire to, something I can respect, and it's like, yeah. So anyway, so it was a good meeting. I'm glad I went. Um, would the meeting have gone on just fine if I hadn't been there? Yes, there would have been a meeting, and it would have been okay. And it would have been good. Yeah. So me being there or not being anywhere is not a make or break situation. Um, I I like to think that I help, and maybe I add something that wouldn't have been there had I not been there. But um, anything that I do is not super uber critical or crucial. I like that word, crucial. I like the K sounds. But tonight was about, are we having fun yet? And it's like, yeah, a lot more fun. It's just by comparison to how it used to be, like all the time for me. So it's like, yeah, I'll have in sobriety in life. Well, it's life. I'm going to have my trials, but not every day, and not this day. Well, there's trials every day, but the ones where I feel like I'm doing an okay job, it's like I don't feel like I'm failing miserably at achieving whatever goals I set in mind for myself. I told myself I was going to live today the way I lived it, and I have, and I don't know. I feel okay about it, and I can live with it. So, was it perfect? No. Am I still not understanding things? Yeah. Will I continue? Yeah. So, and there's other things going on here as well. It's getting towards the end of January, and around here, it's before this, it gets to Super Bowl football, or I don't know why that gets quotes, but football, American football. It's like, okay. And then after that, it's like, So I mean, I've already mentioned I'm not really good at holidays. Christmas is okay. Halloween's good. Thanksgiving, eh. Christmas, I like the lights. I like the lights year round. But other than that, it's like, other holidays, you know. So, I mean, I just don't have much. I don't celebrate, you know. I don't do much. Every day is, whatever I make out of it. I don't need a day to tell me when to feel a certain way. If people need that kind of instruction and guidance in their life to have a day to tell them how to feel or when to celebrate what, you can celebrate, you know, whatever day, whenever is a good time. You don't need a day to prescribe or dictate what, I don't know. I don't want to go on a tangent, but I don't know. Despite everything, it's like, yeah, I think I'll be okay. I think so. And I could be wrong, but at least on my end, for what I'm doing, as I understand it, as I believe it, as of this moment, um, I'll be all right. You know, you know, that's part of how I've always been. Before discovering, and choosing alcohol as a way of life, um, you know, just adapting. I adapted to alcohol and let that started me. That was the problem, is I started letting alcohol make all the decisions until I stopped making decisions for myself. And everything just became about the alcohol. And then I stopped really living. So that was kind of rough. So I'm trying not to do that again. And having a better time for it. Meeting people, having conversations, learning all sorts of interesting things, and allowing myself to integrate and become the person that I actually am instead of the person that other people think I am. So, and having a better time. It's like I don't have to pretend at being stuff that I'm not. And if people don't like who I am, well, I don't need to force myself or change myself to be more suitable for them. No. If I'm not already, within some sort of it shouldn't be work to know me, really. I don't think that's how it works. There might be a little bit of work, patience and understanding and forgiveness, because, it's been a strange journey up to this point for me. I don't think I have what they consider a typical, uh, maybe no one has one. Maybe that's the thing. It's like no one has a typical life, I don't think. So, I don't know. Well, January 23rd, and it's like 9:30 p.m. on a Saturday night, and yeah, I am like so beyond like happy to be here. You don't even know. Versus where, it's like, and it's not even like, I'm just in a really good spot right now. Like, not just like tonight or this hour or this mood, just just in general, just in life, it's like unlimited possibilities. The limits are only what I can, imagine, what I can dream, and then actually work on, approach, and attain. And it might not happen overnight, and it might not, it could take a while, but it still can be done. Whatever it is I want to do, it's like, why not? If I think it's worth doing, and if I've already believe, it's like the convincing is, well, I was already convinced, and the persuading, well, I didn't take much persuading, you know. Sometimes they just, And I don't have to understand everything or try to find reasons for everything. But and sometimes I do enjoy I enjoy the not knowing, because it gives the leave the magic alone, leave the mystery intact. It's a much more, I think, wonderful experience not knowing the answers to some things. Because I'm never going to know anyway. I'm never going to fully appreciate all there is to know. So just leave it or something. And try to have fun. Well, that's what I'm trying to do. I don't need to take myself so seriously all the time. So, my little fireside chats, my little candlelight. That was my fourth wall breaking. My lighting setup. Yeah, so anyway. Still got a few minutes before I should probably cut it off and check on why this thing is stuttering. But, did I have anything more to say? I might have. I don't know. Dang it. See, I don't do pauses or editing. This is just all real time. On demand. Ah. I already talked about that. Oh yeah, about, well, I don't know if this is for the meeting. But as far as like the promises go, I enjoy the promises of recovery a lot more than the promises of addiction. It's like I learned all about those promises, and it's like I don't need to learn any more about them. I prefer the promises of recovery, but they're not guaranteed, but they do come true if you're willing and able and open-minded to look and to see them and be aware. Because a lot of times things are happening without us even knowing it. I'm having a better day than whoever that was for. And that's not to like diminish or put down, that was me. I was having that day, or I was having a version of that day just 5 years ago. Well, not quite 5 years ago, but July 4th of 2016. That was the day I fell down, and that was the end of one life, and that's a whole other story that will take for a long time. It's already written, a good bit of it, but it's never been. It's been spoken, but it's never been. So anyway, that'll happen at some point. I hope it will when I'm ready, but not tonight. I don't know what that looks like, and I don't want to go there. Not right now. No. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, and about this is real. Everything else is illusion. So I'm trying to live as real as possible. So it's like I'm trying to be as like this is me, and it's like I'm trying to be as open and as honest as I possibly can. It's like I don't really have anything to hide or anything worth hiding. It's like, what's the point? If people can't accept me for me, then it's not a compulsory or well, if you don't like me, then I don't like you, sort of thing. And I'll probably like you anyway. But no, I don't know. But what's the word? Shoot, there's a word. Conditions. It's like I don't need to go around setting conditions on like, well, if this happens, then this is going to happen, or that doesn't happen, well, that's not, or that whole thing. I'm running out of time. I know about making time, but bandwidth and hard drive space and stuff I don't have as much control over. So, anyway, regardless of how much time or whatever, I'm having a good time. So, trying to enhance the quality of time or improve it just a little bit, marginally. I don't know how successful I am, but at least from my end, because, it's all about me. No. I'm working on it. I don't know how to say things quite yet. Maybe one day. But I feel kind of rushed right now. This is where the whole writing thing comes in. I can look at my words, and I can be more a part of them. Whereas this, it's like I just feel like I have to keep sound going. Whereas I can't really pause and walk away. So this is just a one-go, one-take thing. And it's like I don't re-record. So once, if I make a mistake or don't say something quite right, I can either not put it up or put it up as is. And so far it's just, nope. This is me. This is authentic, autistic Eric. For whatever it's worth, for whatever it means, here I am. It's not always a pretty sight, but is what it is. So, and it's like I'm the one that has to live with me. So, and I'm a much better person to live with than I ever used to be. So, there is that. I'm much nicer to myself nowadays. And it seems like I'm nicer to other people too, I guess. I seem to want more. And it's like, no. Go away. So, anyway, that's why it's critical that this just stay. It's like I don't advertise, and I try not to advertise, I try not to promote. It's like I don't want attention, but I like attention. Dang it. This whole being human thing it's a trip. And it's like I'm not always thrilled about it. But I don't know. I'm working on thoughts. It's the little things. It really is the little things. What am I thinking right then? I don't know. All these little questions. I'll be left to ponder at a later time. It's like, what was I thinking back then? It's anybody's guess. I think a lot of things, all at the same time, and they can disagree and agree with each other in different spaces, but somehow it makes sense. It's like holding the same belief or holding different beliefs, and letting reality take the course that it's going to take, and then being a part of it. So, because I don't know what's going on, but I know I'll be okay. You know, I will find a way. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. So, okay. Well, that's me. And I'm gonna go now. Hmm. 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 Okay. Now I'm really gonna go. No, I don't want to, but I have to. Hmm. Okay.